Okay, we are ready for the homework check for 4th grade. That's working on the quarter 2 material right now. We're going to start off with comparison. Anytime you see that word compare, I want you to immediately think greater than, less than, or equal to. Okay? So we start by looking at the millions. Look, they're the same. But ooh, look at the 100,000s. I already know which one's greater. So 7,289,488 is less than 7,829,100. Okay, next one, the millions are the same. It's the 10,000s place again that makes up our mind. So 4,387,400 is greater than 4,299,869. Miss Rivera has 4,386 pencils. If 2,498 are already broken, how many pencils does Miss Rivera still have to write with? So we have this as a total, and we're going to take away how many are broken. Here we go. 6 minus 8, can't do it. Let's borrow. 16 minus 8 is 8. 7 minus 9, can't do it. Let's borrow. 17 minus 9 is 8. 2 minus 4, can't do it. Let's borrow. 12 minus 4 is 8. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So look back, how many pencils does Miss Rivera still have to write with? 1,888 pencils. All right, find the product. Factor times factor equals product. And we are doing the partial product strategy because it gives us 2 really easy problems to do. We're breaking this down into 70 and 5. So 832 times 70 and 832 times 5. Let's bring that 0 straight down. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 1, 22. 7 times 8, 56. Plus 2 is 58. 1, 2, 3, comma. There we go. Now 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. 5 times 8 is 40. Plus 1 is 41. Put in our comma. Now we're going to add up these 2 partial products. That means it's part of the answer, but we have to add them to get the whole answer. Here we go. 0 and 0, 0. 4 and 6 is 10. 2 and 1 and 1 is 4. 8 and 4 is 12. And 5 and 1 is 6. So I like to circle that final answer when we have like multiple problems that we worked to show which one's the final. Cindy runs 13 blocks to the park and 13 blocks back home every day. If she does this 4 days a week, how many blocks will she run? So what we have to remember is she's doing 13 twice. So we could do 13 plus 13, or in here 2 times 13, doesn't matter. But then she does it 4 days a week. So whatever we get for this answer in parentheses, times 4 days a week. So we've set up our expression. 13 and 13 is 26. Bring it down our time sign and our 4. And 26 times 4. Now you could go ahead and be thinking 25 times 4. You know that's 100, right? And it's 4 more than that because we had 1 left over and 4 sets of those. So that's a quick way to do it. Here's the traditional way. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So there's our 104. Now it says how many blocks will she run? 104 blocks is the final answer. All right, find the least common multiple of 6 and 4. Multiples are different from factors. Multiples are just skip counting by that number. So we'll start with 6. Let's see, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. We'll stop right there. We might need to go farther, but we'll see. And then 4, 8, 12. Oh, you know what? I already have a match. I can stop right there because I was supposed to find the least one. That means the smallest. that they both had in common. So the answer is 12. Find an equivalent fraction for each fraction below. I explained to you the other day we're really just multiplying by 1, but we're changing it to like 2 over 2. You could even do 3 over 3, 4 over 4, whatever you want to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by. Sometimes you can also try to halve them. That's a really cool trick too, especially if they're both even. So if we doubled these, we would get 4 eighths. But what if we halved both of these? What's half of 2? 1. What's half of 4? 2. Isn't 2 fourths the same as 1 half? And also the same as 4 eighths. So that's just to show you doubling and halving both work. Let's half this first because they're both even. Half of 4 is 2. Half of 6 is 3. And then if I wanted to do the doubling trick to also get another equivalent fraction, double 4 is 8 and double 6 is 12. So all of these are equivalent fractions. Rewrite the mixed number as an improper fraction. And you could draw it all out and then count the eighths, or you could start at the bottom. We're going to multiply up, okay? So 8 times 1 is 8, and then plus the numerator. So 8 plus 7, that'd be 15 eighths. And if you drew it all out, that's how many eighths you would have in 1 whole and 7 eighths. All right, let's start here. We know we're multiplying on the way up. Start at the bottom. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 more is 13 fifths. Remember, the denominators do not change. They stay the same size. We're not doing anything to them. That's why they remain what they are. Okay, find the sum. Let's write this vertically. Let's keep our whole numbers lined up and our fractions lined up. So we're going to start with the fraction column here. 5 6 plus 4 6. 5 and 4 is 9, so that's 9 sixths. And 4 and 3 is 7. The problem is we got an improper fraction right here. That means we can pull a whole out of this. 6 6 would give me another whole. So I add a whole onto the 7 for 8 wholes. And then if I'm taking 6 6 away out of 9 6, that would leave 3 6 left behind. But we're still not finished, because I hope you recognize that 3 out of 6, that is the same as 1 half. Yeah, you can divide both of these by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. All right, finding the difference. Let's write it vertically. 4 and 2 sevenths minus 2 and 5 sevenths. That's like saying 2 pieces minus 5 pieces. Can't do it. Let's borrow that whole. Now the whole is 7 sevenths. Let's add it to what we already had. So 7 sevenths plus 2 sevenths is 9 sevenths. Now I can subtract 9 sevenths minus 5 sevenths equals 4 sevenths. And 3 minus 2 is 1. And this will not reduce. We've got an even number and an odd number. 1 and 4 sevenths is the final answer. And that's it for today.